Well, if you were to come and study with us on the MA course, you'd have a certain number of hours of contact each week. It wouldn't be that many, probably 4 or 6, I think. I'm not absolutely sure about the figures, but relatively small number of contact hours with staff where you're actually in formal tutorial or seminar situations. A lot of your work you do in your own time, in the library, in your own studying. But although there's a relatively small number of contact hours, which is true in all universities for all MA courses, we have a sort of open door policy in this department. We're always happy to talk to our postgraduate students at any time. If they get in touch, if they want to drop in and talk to us about any aspect of their studies, we're always happy to do that. So the formal contact hours don't really include all the time that students actually see members of staff. And of course there's also a great deal of interaction with postgraduate students amongst themselves, and we have a sort of series of seminars and lectures, or several series of those, which also run, which postgrads are encouraged to come along to and to take part in. Yeah, now the PhD is obviously a much more specialised piece of work, and that is where you would choose to focus on something in real depth over 3 or 4 years, and to make yourself probably one of the world's leading experts on the subject. Now the kind of PhDs that we offer, the topics that are explored, obviously range enormously in depth. But just to give you a couple of examples from my own experience, I've had one brilliant student who did their PhD on the festive culture in early Stuart England, and the Book of Sports, and the conflict between the Puritans and the King's supporters over how one should spend Sunday, big subject in itself. Someone else has just completed a PhD with me on the subject of sexual insult during the English Civil War. Now, as you can see from this, some of our topics are really very specialised, and that's probably true in most areas. Almost anything that you want to study that falls within the purview of the individual experts in this department is probably something that we could offer supervision on. And for that, in terms of contact hours, you'd see your supervisor on a regular basis throughout the 3-year period. They would meet up with you, talk about your work, read through a whole series of drafts, give you lots of advice on how to improve your writing style, where to find the sources you need, where to actually get hold of manuscripts and so forth. And that really is a relationship which we feel here has been very successful for many of our PhD students, and we've had a great deal of success in that field.